The traditional pantomime is a popular form of British theatre. Every year, the Tivoli Theatre of Wimborne, Dorset hosts a professional pantomime produced by the Lancashire-based company Pendle Productions during the festive period. The rehearsals for this year's pantomime, Sinbad, took place at the Capita Performing Arts Centre in Blackburn, where we joined Tim Lint, the company director, to talk to him about the extent of the work required to get the show from the script to the stage.
Sinbad literally was, we started looking at the best show we thought that could compete with Aladdin. We wanted something that was swashbuckling, but we wanted something that wasn't Peter Pan, so it kind of came up with Sinbad. The reason why Sinbad isn't done as a show, as pantomime very often now, it used to be done in the last century quite a lot, but the reason it's not done now is you have a rock bird which flies in, which is meant to be an enormous bird, and it's very difficult to do those large-scale effects in modern theatre, because modern theatre don't have the capabilities that Victorian theatre had with all the stage trickery, the trapdoors and everything else. I think the Tivoli has a crew who are very welcoming, and that's always very good, something to go back to. But believe it or not, every theatre that you walk into, you have to walk into with the same love and respect that you would anywhere. Because if you walk into a theatre with an attitude that we're actually better than the theatre that we're going into, you're going to have a show that's going to fail. Normally think back from the show. If it's a brand new show, it needs slightly longer to rehearse than a show you're doing for a second or a third time. In saying that, because Sinbad's such a complicated show with flying and all the other aspects that are involved in it, we're actually rehearsing for a week, the actual show part, and then we've got 3 days on the set with all the fly gear. An artistic director's main job is to keep the company running from start to finish. So it is really overseeing all the artistic output of the company. Whether I've directed every show, I'm still responsible to the audiences and to the theatres that those shows go to. So in general terms, I suppose it's a managing director of a company. My job is to make sure that financially the company runs and is budgeted as well. So it's not just an artistic role.
He's following his clothes. It realises, boom, and runs off that way.
Sometimes you have to accept that the dreams you have as a writer can't always be realised as a director. And then again, sometimes as a director, you realise dreams that you didn't think of possible as a writer.
I'm so miserable. I'm so miserable. Have you heard? Thank you. That's better. I've been ill all night. It's the rocking of the boat.
Whether I will ever get to see it in the way in which it was conceived as a show all depends on whether we are flying mermaids into walls or whether we're vertical spouts of smoke can come at the right point on the stage and the mermaid appears out of it. I think the best part of the job is knowing that you are making people's Christmas, or you're making theatre for people to go and enjoy. That's the best part of the job.
Thanks to the enthusiasm, commitment and hard work of everyone at Pendle and the Tivoli, Sinbad the pantomime was a huge success. Pendle will start pre-production in May for the 2008 pantomime, Aladdin, which promises to be even more spectacular.